Example 6, the empirical rule. IQ scores have a bell-shaped distribution with a mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 15. What percentage of IQ scores are between 70 and 130? Okay, now the key is to recognize that 70 and 130 are each exactly 2 standard deviations away from the mean of 100. So remember that 2 standard deviations is equal to 2 times S. Remember that the standard deviation is 15, so 2 times 15 is 30. So 2 standard deviations from the mean is then 100 minus 30 would be 70, or 100 plus 30, which is equal to 130. Okay? Now, about 95% of all IQ scores are between 70 and 30. And the key is to recognize that 70 and 30 are each exactly 2 standard deviations away from the mean of 100. So let's take a look at our bell curve, right? So remember that our mean below is 100, okay? 1 standard deviation to the right of the mean is 100 plus 15. 100 plus 2 times 15 is 2 standard deviations away from the mean. And 100 plus 3 times the standard deviation of 15 is 3 standard deviations away from the mean. Similarly, if we go to the left now, 100 minus the standard deviation of 15 is 1 standard deviation below the mean. 100 minus 2 times the standard deviation is 2 standard deviations below the mean. And 100 minus 3 times 15 is 3 standard deviations below the mean. So again, when you're adding, you're above the mean. When you're subtracting, you're below the mean. Well, what are these numbers? Well, the numbers are the following. 100 minus 3 times 15 is 55. 100 minus 2 times 15 is 70. 100 minus 15 is 85. There's our mean. 100 plus 15 is 115. 100 plus 2 times 15 is 130. And 100 plus 3 times 15 is 145. Now remember, we were concerned with 60 and 130. So here is, 70 and 130. So you can see here that this represents our data that's going to be between those values. So remember that if we add everything up in here, that's going to represent approximately 95%. So 95% are within 2 standard deviations of the mean.